on our low rank curriculum, and round kick. So this is one of the great moves you can use in sparring. It's very fast, very explosive. There's a couple different ways to do it. So we're gonna start talking about the technique and then the different ways. So I'm gonna have Mr. Neal help us out today. So when you do a round kick, the main thing is gonna be this foot. There's two ways to do it. You can do it with your instep, the top of your foot, like where your laces would be if you're wearing shoes, or the ball of your foot, which is more traditional, especially if you're gonna break boards with no gear on. A lot of times you wanna do ball of the foot. So we'll demonstrate just foot position real fast as we walk through it. So his back leg is gonna turn. So that's gonna be the pivot. He's gonna pick his knee up and his knee points at the target. So the difference between a round kick and a side kick is now this would be a side kick. Notice the heel and the foot is facing the target if you at home are the target. Compared to a round kick, his knee is pointed at the target, his heel is back towards his butt. So when he kicks out, do instep. This is instep. So notice he's pointing his toes out, trying to hit with the top of his foot. Rechamber. So he'd always pull it back. Now do ball of the foot. Ball of the foot, he's gonna kick, and now he's pulling his toes back, and he's gonna try to hit with that part right there. All right, so put that foot down. So now he's gonna be bouncing. So now as we start making this a little bit more sparring-like, he's gonna do front leg, back leg, and then a slide. So front leg, he just leans back, and then he tries to snap. So notice you're pointing your knee, and then you're just snapping out and rechambering. One more time. So just lean back, kick, that's front leg. So you can target the body or you can target the head. If you're doing realistic sparring, you can also target the leg. Back leg now, hold on, we're gonna do this one a little slower. It's very important that this foot pivots. So your front foot has to turn when you go. So you're gonna wanna pivot on the ball of your foot, his knee is gonna come around, point it, and then snap, rechamber. So a lot of times you'll see people come back, don't pivot. They're not gonna pivot, and you'll see what happens to his hip. It's very hard to get that kick out because now you're doing this and you can still kick, but you can see the trajectory and the angle of my knee is more forward and not sideways. So the second I take this foot, I can turn my hip over and now I can kick out and back. So we're gonna do the back leg one more time fast. So he's gonna chamber, kick, rechamber, and then come back, right? So that's front leg, we have front leg, back leg. Now we're gonna do slide. So slide is front leg, but there's no step. So that's gonna be a different kick, that's called a Cali kick. If you see this, and then the front leg, that's more called a Cali kick or a step up, round kick, side kick. It doesn't matter the kick, it's just more of a step up. So when we slide, what's gonna happen is the front leg's gonna come up and then the back leg is gonna push. So notice that again, front leg up, back leg pushes. And you're gonna wanna practice that a couple times, just even from this position, where my front leg comes up and then I slide and I'm trying to cover ground. So I'm gonna have Mr. Neal demonstrate towards you guys. So this is gonna be the slide. He just picks his leg up and then slide and kick. Good, yep. So now he did a double kick that time. Just do one explosive, ready, go. So slide and kick, yep. So now what you're trying to do is you're trying to close that distance. You're anticipating backwards movement from your partner. So you know when I pick that leg up, I really have to slide to chase them down. So again, we've got the front leg round kick, back leg round kick, and then sliding round kick. Good. All right, so those are the three different round kicks you guys are gonna wanna practice. Again, this is a very fast technique. So from your chamber to the extension to the re-chamber is what gives you the speed. Think about like a wet towel. If you've ever rolled up a wet towel and then you try to whip it at somebody, that's gonna hurt a whole lot more than if I just wad up a wet towel and throw it at you. All right, the second one, you're just gonna get wet. The first one, you might get welts, you might get some bruises because it's got a lot more power because of that snap. And that's the same thing we wanna do with our knee. We wanna snap out and back and not just kick out and leave it there. Good luck with that, train hard, and remember, become better than you are today.